Hello and welcome to this video about the external worker client for Python. I'm Valentin Zickner and I'm going to show you how you can install the external worker client, how you can write a simple Python script with it, and how you can create a process using that external worker client. To get started, we are actually starting with setting up a Python virtual environment. I already have Python installed, so in case you haven't done that yet, you should first check out how to do that. Since you are looking here for the external worker client with Python, I assume that you already have that. So let's start in a terminal. And here we are going ahead and saying just Python virtual env and setup. So with that, we are creating a new virtual environment. We can directly use that with bin activate. Now in here, we just have that virtual environment. We have nothing else. So we are going to install now next our external worker client. You might want to skip the virtual environment setup when you already have one and want to add your external worker in there. So I'm just saying now pip install Flowable External Worker Client, and that is going to download now the external worker client for me. And in here, I'm now creating a new Python file, which I'm going to use as the external worker. Now, instead of typing that all out manually, I'm going to the Flowable GitHub repository about the external client Python. In here, since I want to use the external worker, I click on external worker, and there we have a README file. In that README file, we actually have two examples. One is the cloud example and the other one is the local example. I'm going to start with the local example. In case you're using the Flowable trial, you can use that cloud one. In this case, when you go to Flowable work, you can go ahead and click on your user symbol, then on settings, then on access tokens, and create a new access token in here. And this access token then at the end, you can insert here where it's written personal access token. Now for the local example, we can configure the host name, and here we have the admin test default credentials, which will actually work for me. So let's go ahead and just add that example in here. We are going to change it to localhost 8090, since that's where my Flowable is running. And now we should see for each job which we are executing, since here we subscribe to my topic, that there's an external job with an ID, and then it completes it successfully. Okay, so let's just save that. And now we can start running it. And by default, it just doesn't print anything. So first, we now need to actually create something in Flowable Design and go ahead and start it. Therefore, I'm creating a new app in Flowable Design. Let's call it my Python external worker. I'm going to create a new process in here, external worker process. And that process is going to be simple, since it's there just to illustrate you what the external worker does. So I'm going to activities here and add in here an external worker when I can find it in the list. Actually, just let me search it over here. So the external worker task, we take that one over here, we drag and drop it, and we now configure it in here. We say in here that the topic is going to be my topic, since that is what we are waiting for from our external worker task. I publish that, and then I go to Flowable work, and I say here, create new, and say external worker process, continue. When we now look here at the history, we see that this external worker task right now is active. Now going back here, we are going to see in a minute, probably, or hopefully even sooner, there we go, that the job has been executed. So this Python library is doing a polling for us, and whenever we have a job, it's going to execute that job. Now, looking here, when we just refresh that page, we see that this process actually completed. To make it a little bit more interesting, we also would like to transmit data. And therefore, I'm going to create here a simple start form, my data. So let's create that, finish it. And then here we say now that is field 1 and field 2. I'm not having a real use case in here, so I just use pretty generic names. With that, we don't know that much about that specific what we are sending in, but for you to illustrate how it works, it should be enough. So by default, it will actually send all the process variables to your external worker. We want to limit that now, for example, to our field 1. So let's just go ahead and say we send field 1 here. Actually, we can also name it here my field 1, that we see it as the external worker as my field. In case you don't want to send anything, you can just simply check that box here. And we would like then the out parameter as well. So here we are just saying my result, and we store it as external worker result. Now, once we have done that task, we would like to have an user task here with external worker result. And we save that, we publish it, and then we go ahead and change our external worker that it will also use that. So I just stop that with Control C. I go in here. And now new, we would also like to print our variables. The variables are available on the job itself. So on this job over here. So we can simply say for variable in job.variables. And then we are going ahead and saying print variable colon. Now we are using the variable.name. And that is equal to variable.value. And as a response, we are saying in here that we would like to say the variable string. And I think I called it my result. And that works. Let me double check that this out variable is correct. So we have my result here as a source, and target is external worker result. So we are good to go now. Let's just say we are executing that again. And once that is running, we are going to Flowable Work. We just say we create a new process. We have now field 1 and field 2. Let's say this is awesome. This is another test. Field 1 we should see actually for our external worker, while field 2 we are not using there at all. Looking at the history, we are again here at the external worker task. When we go back, we see now that we execute that job, and we also see that our variable my field 1 is this is awesome. Refreshing here, we see that our user task is active, and the result here tells us that works. We complete that, and with that also our process is done. So in this video, you have seen how you can install the Python external worker client. You have seen how you can create a simple Python file which is using the external worker client. You have seen how you can model a process which is using then this external worker task. And at the end, you also have seen how you can send and receive variables between your Flowable process and your Python external worker. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.